Without water, survival isn't just difficult, it's impossible. You can go weeks without food, but after just 3 days without water, your body starts shutting down. Yet most preppers focus on food storage while underestimating how much water they actually need. So how much water do you really need? How can you store it long term? And what's your plan if your supply runs out? In this video, we're breaking it all down. How much water to store, where to find it in an emergency, and the best ways to make it safe to drink. Welcome to Prepper's Paradigm, your channel dedicated to practical prepping and disaster preparedness. If you're new here, I use a computer-generated voice because my own is hard to understand due to an injury. Stick around to the end for the most reliable methods to purify water and make sure you never run out when it matters most. The average person needs at least 1 gallon of water per day, half for drinking, half for cooking and sanitation. But that's just the minimum. If you're in a hot climate, doing physical work, or dealing with illness, you'll need even more. And in addition, you'll need more for things like watering plants. For a 2-week emergency, a family of 4 would need at least 56 gallons of water. Stretch that to 3 months, and you're looking at over 360 gallons. And that's if you're only using the bare minimum. Most people underestimate their water needs. Washing dishes, hygiene, and even just rehydrating dried foods can quickly add up. There's a link to a Prepper water storage calculator on our website in the video description. When planning for survival, it's better to store more than just enough. Storing water isn't as simple as filling a few bottles and calling it done. The right containers, proper treatment, and rotation all make a difference. For long-term storage, food-grade containers are the best choice. 5-gallon jugs, stackable 5-gallon water bricks, 55-gallon drums, and large water totes work well. If you buy bottled water, leaving it sealed in its original packaging is the best way to store it. Properly stored, commercially bottled water can last for years. Avoid repurposing milk jugs. They break down over time and can leak. It's also difficult to get rid of the milk smell. For home-filled containers, stored water should be rotated every 6 to 12 months unless it's treated. Adding 8 drops of unscented bleach per gallon can extend its shelf life. For those with limited space, collapsible containers are a good option. Even if you have a large storage setup, keeping smaller containers filled is smart in case you need to bug out. Even with a solid water storage plan, supplies can run out. Knowing where to find water in an emergency is just as important as storing it. Streams, rivers, and lakes are the most obvious sources, but never assume the water is safe to drink. Even clear, flowing water can contain bacteria, viruses, or chemical contaminants. In urban areas, alternative sources include fountains, swimming pools, water heaters, and even toilet tanks if they haven't been treated with chemical cleaners. Water heaters alone can hold 30 to 80 gallons of usable water. In the wilderness, look for water in low-lying areas, rock crevices, or near animal trails. Digging a shallow hole in a dry riverbed can sometimes reveal groundwater. If you're near the coast, solar distillation can turn salt water into drinkable water. During winter, snow and ice can be melted for drinking, but it's important to boil or filter the water first to remove contaminants. Never eat snow directly. It lowers your core body temperature and speeds up dehydration. Rainwater collection is one of the best ways to secure a renewable water source, but there are a few things to consider before relying on it. Some states have restrictions on collecting rainwater, so check local laws before setting up a system. That said, in most places, it's legal for personal use. A simple method is using a tarp to funnel rain into a container, but for a more permanent setup, rain barrels connected to gutters are the best option. Make sure the barrels have a lid or fine mesh screen to keep out debris and insects. Rainwater collected from a roof can contain dirt, bird droppings, and other contaminants, so it should never be considered safe to drink without treatment. Filtering out debris is the first step, but purification is necessary to remove bacteria and viruses. Even if rainwater isn't your primary drinking source, it's an excellent backup for non-potable uses like gardening, cleaning, or flushing toilets. Finding water is one thing, making it safe to drink is another. Even if a source looks clean, it could be contaminated with bacteria, viruses, or dirt. Using the right purification method can mean the difference between staying healthy and getting seriously ill. Boiling is the simplest and most reliable method. Bring water to a rolling boil for at least 1 minute, longer if you're at high altitude. This kills bacteria, viruses, and parasites. Water filters are another great option. Portable filters like the Sawyer Mini or LifeStar remove bacteria and protozoa. And for faster filtering of a larger quantity of water, try the Katadyn Pocket Water Filter. Ultraviolet light purifiers, such as the Sterapin, use UV light to kill microorganisms. They're small and easy to use, but require batteries or solar charging. Purification tablets, like those using iodine or chlorine dioxide, are lightweight and long-lasting, making them a good option for bug-out bags. They leave a slight taste, but get the job done. Unscented household bleach also works well. Add 8 drops per gallon of clear water or 16 drops if the water is cloudy. Do not add more than this. Stir it well and let it sit for at least 30 minutes before drinking. No matter which method you choose, always have a backup, because when it comes to water, there's no room for mistakes. I've added links to useful items in the video description. Water is one of the most important resources for survival, yet it's often overlooked or underestimated. Storing enough, knowing where to find more, and having the right purification methods can make the difference between life and death in an emergency. A solid water plan includes multiple layers, long-term storage, ways to collect and find new sources, and reliable purification techniques. Even if you have plenty stored, don't rely on a single solution. Water supplies can get contaminated, storage can run out, and you never know when you'll need to find an alternative source. What's your water plan? Do you store it, collect it, or rely on purification? Let me know in the comments. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button, subscribe for more prepping content, and check out our website for more in-depth guides and resources. Thanks for watching. Stay prepared, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.